The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave him a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Smith. Avoids him at the 40. Shedding the tackle, and gives him some room. Your touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
2nd and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So they bring out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job, because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now it's Smith. Pressure comes and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Trucks over him. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. French. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 127 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
On 2nd down now, it's French, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st down, Hobbs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Smith. Wide open receiver, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 65 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
He's certainly done a nice job sprinting the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Here's Smith. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Smith. He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Houston's offense taking over again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Armadillos have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Smith now to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's Hyde. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Hands it off out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Right back to him on 1st down. Pushing his way through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Let's go, baby.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And to give this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They'll run on 1st down. French, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's French. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Come on with it, man.
A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos are able to add on to that lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Off of play action, here's Smith. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either one, either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On first down, Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first and 10, Smith. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. To the air again, Smith. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point attempt to follow here. That's up and good. It's 22-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Armadillos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half, and they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour, the trip up to Toronto, Canada. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting LA Rams. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the rushing numbers tell a different story. They really couldn't get a whole lot going on the ground. And the evidence? The numbers.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, French powers through him and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 163 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, It always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. The connection made. It's Graham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got long over the middle, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Graham slotted out to the left. They're going to look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Armadillos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise. Methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Play action. It's Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
to try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. On third down, Hobbs, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Smith. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On first down, it's Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. On second down now, Hobbs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Boy, 175 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line. On 2nd down, it's French. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man complete. It's Harrington. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We got this. There you go. There you go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man complete. It's Harrington. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Armadillos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. throwing again on second down. Smith. And this will be incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Smith. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. French broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Graham. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Broken tackle. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. A gain of 4.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Armadillos are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On 1st down, French. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Oh, this is all time. All time. Check 93's the mic.
They'll run on first down. French, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down now, it's French. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.